Welcome to Vlogmas Day 20. Today I'm going to make a 3-ingredient shortbread cookie. It's a cookie that you can roll out and cut into shapes, and I'm going to show you exactly what we need to get started. For those 3 ingredients, I need some all-purpose flour, which is 2 cups, 1 cup of softened butter, and I believe a half a cup of powdered sugar, or some people call it icing sugar. That's it for the ingredients. Of course, you could add some extra things. There's optional things that you can use, like melted chocolate, coconut, some kind of nuts, or on top of it, and of course, like sprinkles, that kind of thing. This is what we're doing. We're just going to use a basic recipe just to roll it out and cut out some beautiful shapes. It's still drying a little bit, but this is one of the shapes I got at Dollarama. It has mittens and bells and a coffee cup and gift tags and everything, but still drying. And I have other things like a Mr. and Mrs. gingerbread cookie. Can you see these? I don't know if you can see them, but there they are anyway. There we go, maybe. As well as a cute little house, and of course a candy cane, or J for Jesus. These are all my cookie cutters that I've been using over the years, and I do have some favorites like teddy bears and a rocking horse, and of course a kitty cat and a Christmas tree. These are some of the favorites that we use, but we do have other things like like snowflakes and stars and oopsies. It's really hard to see, isn't it? But I have all kinds in here. Even got some hearts. So let's get started on this, and I will put the recipe in the description box below as well. This is the first time I am making these, but they say they're melt in your mouth goodness. So I'm going to take their word for it if I could do this right. So what you do is preheat the oven to 350. Since I'm making this for the first time, I'm not going to start it quite yet because it is a quick oven. It's 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. And I have a baking sheet, cooking sheet with parchment paper on it. I have a rolling pin. Somebody's in the yard. I have some stirrers, butter, a knife for cutting the butter, and spoon for stirring, and of course measuring cups. I really apologize for that. We're expecting a delivery, and you need bowls. So I'm just going to get everything ready and then bring you on back. Okay, I have things prepared. I have 1 cup of softened butter. And for those of you who don't know, which you probably do, I love the little measurement tool on the butter here. It tells you a 1/4 cup, a half a cup, 1 cup. So you can get exactly what you need without actually putting it in a cup. You just slice it off. So that's 1 cup. I got a half a cup of icing sugar and 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the largest bowl here, and we put the butter in it and the powdered sugar. So 1 cup of butter and a half a cup of the powdered sugar, or icing sugar, as some people call it. And you just cream those together. Use whatever utensil you are more comfortable with. So you want this nice and fluffy. I might need a more sturdy utensil, so I'm going to start just doing it with the back of my spoon here. Might be a little quicker. You can do this in the mixer as well, but I didn't feel like getting it out. So you do not need a mixer in order to do this. I have never made shortbread cookies before, but I've always loved them. So we're going to see together how these turn out. This was the quickest recipe that I could see online and the easiest. And I have the ingredients to use in it. So I know there's more like excellent recipes out there, but we're going to try this and see how I like it. So mix, 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 mix. Yeah, we're supposed to get a big storm starting tomorrow evening, I think, sometime. And they're saying it's going to be pretty bad. So just in case, I'm going to make something else today, but that's going to be uploaded on another day, just in case we have a power outage. I don't want you guys to miss any days of content of Vlogmas. I don't want to miss it. So it's getting nice and creamy. And next okay, it's smooth and fluffy. It's not quite fluffy yet, so I'll just have to give it a little bit more of a stir, and then I will gradually add flour and mix until the dough all comes together. And from the recipe I seen, you do not have to refrigerate this dough at all. So this is something pretty quick that you can whip together then. Of course, it doesn't say to use a floured surface when you're rolling these out, but you do. You need a floured surface. I actually have a mat somewhere, a baking mat, but right now I have no clue as to where it is. I have not done too much baking at all since we moved here. Just been way too busy. So I'm going to keep stirring this until I'm satisfied that it's light and fluffy. Okay, I stirred for another, like 5 minutes, and it seems pretty light and fluffy. The dough, or the butter and the icing mixture, feels a lot more fluffy and light. So I'm going to start gradually adding flour. Just keep mixing. Hand mixer at least might be a better idea, because it is getting a little tiring on the hands, but that's okay. I'll know better next time, right? And I'll keep adding it. The recipe doesn't say how many it makes, because once you roll it out and cut the sizes, it's, that's just dependent on the size of the cookie cutters and the thickness that you use. I want to mention this apron. Isn't it cute? If you've seen day 4 of Vlogmas, this was part of a gift exchange that I did with our little gingerbread house. And I am absolutely in love with it. This is actually the first time I've been wearing it, because I hadn't done any Christmas baking, but now I better start, right? It's day 20. Not many more days left. Tomorrow I got to start wrapping presents because, yeah, I haven't even done that yet, but I'm sure my shopping is all done. We finished that last night. So I just have to wrap now. Spend a good day and start wrapping gifts. I'm kind of slow at it. I like putting on a Hallmark Christmas movie and wrapping. So I'll probably do that in the bedroom just so nobody walks in on me and, you know, and sees what I'm wrapping. Oh, it's looking really good. Let me smell it. It smells like butter. It smells like butter, icing, sugar, and flour. I'm sure the magic comes after you bake it. So I'm gonna finish doing this and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I think the dough is ready. I just, at the end of it, started kneading it with my hands and it come together really good. It's like, this is what you want. You want like a dough consistency. So yay. So I just gotta flour a surface, roll it out, cut some shapes, and bake it. Okay, I have the area all prepped, cleaned and prepped. I picked out the cookie cutters that I'm going to use. I have flour down here so I can roll my dough and it won't stick. I also use it to stick. I also use it to coat the cookie cutters. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to point you down a little bit further and let's do some magic. Okay, I got my flour out. Just want to grab my dough here. I'm not going to roll it all at once. I'm just going to take a little bit. It's just easier to handle this way. A little flour on it. Like trying to make it into like a circle or something before I start. Make sure it's well coated, as well as my rolling pin. Now, it didn't say how thick to make this, so I don't want it too thick and I don't want it too thin. Let's see what happens here. Not sure how many it's going to make. It doesn't seem like it's going to make a whole lot. So next time I make these, I'll probably double the recipe. So I'm going to make it kitty. I like making shapes that are fun to decorate. I should get a little spatula or knife or something to pick that up. Wait, I might have something here. A little pie server. I have a pie server somewhere. So many drawers, so many drawers. Yes, right here. Let's see how this works. Voila. And I'll start putting them on the pan. Now let's make a rocking horse. This dough is working really well. I'm quite impressed with it. This is how thick I'm making them, not very thick at all. Let's make a house. These are new. I never used these before. So I think this would be so fun to decorate, just like a little gingerbread house. Next, I'm going to use a Christmas tree. This one might be a little bit thin. I'm going to try it anyway, see how it turns out. It's all an experiment. I also want to show you guys this. This is really old. It was my mother's and possibly my grandmother's to make cookies and biscuits. Even has like a little roller thing on it. I think that's for a decoration, or pie crust. Maybe that's for pie crust to seal the edges. I'm not sure, but I always use this. My oven is singing to me. That means the oven is ready. So I better get busy and make some things. I'm going to finish this and bring you back. Well, I'm on to my second batch. Some are decorated, others are not. You could probably use icing with this, but I didn't make any. So these are just a few of my designs. So I'm going to pop this in the oven and I'll show you the other batch. The timer is at 12 minutes. So I'm going to show you the other batch. And while this is cooking, I will clean up. Here's what I've done. Like most of these have no decorations at all. I tried these after they came out and see if they would melt any, but they didn't. But that's okay. Fred prefers them like this, nothing on them. But he does like chocolate, so you'll probably grab that one. So far, it looks like a success. So I'm gonna clean up, and when the timer goes, I'll take these out, let them cool, and show you the end result. So I'm just gonna see if they're done. As you can see, the stove is singing. I think they might need another minute more. Here we go. Just one more minute. And I'm almost done cleaning up. I have all these washed anyway. They're just all drying. And I have the bowls that's soaking, and I still need to wash my mat. Got a little flour on it. And there's a little bit more here to clean up. And that's it. Okay, these cookies are done. Some of the decorations did not work out so well, like the little green and white Christmas trees, as I will show you right here. See this little guy? He's supposed to be holding a Christmas tree. These are supposed to be Christmas trees. And she's supposed to be holding a white Christmas tree. They just melted, so I don't know. But there's the rest of them. The candies seem to work out okay. Some are thinner and some are thicker. Depends on how you like it. It's just what I had left with the dough, but it made a decent amount. Laura and Corey already tried them. They said they're great. I, however, did not have one yet. I'm going to try it right now. Well, in a moment. I have to let these cool like this for a little bit to stiffen up, and then I can remove them to the cooling tray. But of course, I can always try the ones that I've made before. So let's do that. Okay, these are on the pan. They're cooling right over here. It's off camera. But I am going to try one of these. And what you could do, like, you don't have to have them plain. You could do like what I did. I put candy on it. You can dip them in melted chocolate. You could just frost them and decorate them afterwards. Whatever you want to do. I think maybe some toasted coconut would taste really good on it, or even a little bit. I just wonder if coconut would taste good if you mixed it, a little bit of it, in with the dough. Might not hold together as well though, so you might need extra butter or something, but I think toasted coconut on these would be really delicious. So which one should I try? I think I'm going to try the star, and that's what it looks like underneath. So it's done very nicely. I think that is like the perfect thickness. Some of them I made were thinner, which is the way Fred likes them. This one here is a lot thinner in comparison and a little bit darker on the back. That's exactly how he likes them. There's a little kitty. I see the little kitty there. Can you see? See the little kitty? So cute. And this is a bigger cat. But if you know, we could decorate these later if we want, or just the shortbread cookies, so just eat them like this. So I'm going to try a star. It smells exactly as not a sugar cookie. I've been saying sugar cookie. It's a shortbread cookie. It just smells exactly like it should. If you like shortbread cookies, you are gonna love these. They are so good, and it does melt in your mouth like it says. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I did need to adjust some of the time on it. I think it said like I got it written down here. 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. And I guess that's about right. I put it in for like 12 minutes because I have a convection oven, but it did take about 15 minutes for the thicker ones. You know your oven, you'll know better than anyone how finicky it is, how it works. But these are so good. These are not going to last long. So how many did this make? Why don't you? 30. Exactly 30. But there's different sizes. Whoopsies. There's bigger ones like this house. And there's smaller ones like this kitty. So I got 30 cookies out of this. So that's really good. So I really hope you enjoyed my little cooking tutorial. I never made this before, but it was a success. It was a success. I'm so happy, and I think Fred's going to be really excited when he comes home. Thank you for being with me while I try a new cookie. It's perfect. I mean, if I do say so myself, it's so delicious. Thank you again, and thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.